Hi leaders, this is Garrison from Results on Purpose. I'm standing in front of the FedEx office because I want to tell you a story that ends with FedEx. I was on an 11-day road trip, and typically I get my printing needs done before I go, but I needed some stuff done, and I had to find some paper that had the holes pre-punched for a spiral bound notebook. I went to Office Max looking for a ream of this paper, and as I was walking around, a person from Office Max came up and asked me if they could help. I told them what I need, and this person said that product does not exist. Well, first of all, I know it exists because I order it on Amazon all the time. Second of all, this guy turned out to be the manager. Now, as I was leaving, I got the bright idea that why don't I just buy a ream of paper and I'll ask them to punch the holes in the paper I just bought for me, and I'd pay them to do that. So I went up to that counter and I asked the person behind the counter if she could take care of that for me, and she said she could, but that she was very busy. I would have to come back and pick it up tomorrow. I told her that I had driven 20 minutes to get to their store. I needed it now. Could she please fit it in for me? It'll just take a few minutes. She said, I will call my manager, which was the person that helped me before, and see if it's okay. She talked to him on the phone, and he said, no, it's not okay. You don't have to do it. So fine, I was a little frustrated. As I was leaving the store, there were a couple people at the different checkout counters. One was standing there doing nothing. So I thought, hey, he's doing nothing. I'll go see if he can help. I told him what I needed. I told him we'd already asked the manager. He said, well, if the manager said no, it's no. So I said, please, get me the manager. I'll ask him. The same guy came over. I asked the manager if he could do it. I said, I know you're just walking around helping people. It only takes a few minutes. It would really help me out. He said, no, it doesn't only take a few minutes. It takes a long time. Can't do it. Now, by that time, I was frustrated. My assistant was getting uncomfortable, but I said, fine, here's the paper, I'm leaving. And we looked up FedEx. I drove another 20 minutes to the FedEx office. I walked in, told them exactly what I needed. They said, sure. My assistant flipped on his phone and he timed it. 5 minutes in and out the door, got it done. Cost me like $6, and there you go. Now here's the difference. Not picking on the manager at Office Max at all. I'm saying that this is a display of the mindset from the two different companies, or the core values at the two different companies. That manager at the first store may have been operating exactly like he is supposed to according to their mindset and core values. It might not be a problem with his leadership, but the outcome should be a problem. So this is the point of the story. When you look at your own company and the way people operate, their mindset, whatever it is, good or bad, it's your fault. You set the tone as the leader, and you have to tell people what it is. You have to tell people what's expected over and over again and hold them accountable for it. And as you can see, the impact of that small little interaction can be a big deal, because people will talk, people will share. If you want to build a great company, you got to build a great mindset and or great core values into your organization. You got to talk about it, you got to preach it, and you got to get people to behave accordingly.